Do you believe in life after death? This is today's topic. Hello, I'm your friend, adventure in life, once again here. And as per the request of my ardent and loving students, I'm here to present you another audio presentation of the text named Purgatory. Yes, Purgatory. 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 It is a drama. It is a drama in heritage of words under the unit crime and confession. So before we venture into the main idea of the plot, main idea of the story, first of all, we should know what purgatory is. Okay, you may find many definitions if you browse internet. If you see the text also at the back of the text, you can find there in glossary also. You'll find a way how you understand, how you get the meaning. It depends upon you. So purgatory in simple terms, it means a purification state of condition of purification. That means purgatory is a place where souls, 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 atmas, are purified to go to heaven. So you can say that like this, we can say in that way, earth, purgatory, and heaven. So purgatory is in between the earth and the heaven. It will be better, I think. So is a purification center where your soul is tested. Tested, tested, with regard to the sins. Sins, sins means pap. So now according to your act, it's a belief also in Christianity, according to your act on earth, okay, your soul is tested, or your soul goes through purification, whether your sins are forgiven or not. So this is all in, I can say, in one way. So you can find other way around to get with the definition. So let's get into it. So here it is a drama. It is a drama, of course. It is a drama and written by a very well-known poet, The Lamentation of the Old Pensioner. I hope you remember. Yes, the poet of the Lamentation of the Old Pensioner. But here in Purgatory, we must read him as a dramatist. I hope you know dramatist who writes dramas, natak. Okay, drama. So just to remind you only, if you remember Malini, class 11, Malini, yes, the Malini type you can say, but it's lengthier than that. Okay, more or less you can say. So drama is that. Okay, so you can say, if you remember Malini, so more or less it's Malini type. Okay, so here we all know any play, so drama can be said as play also. So any play has characters. People, we say characters. Of course, equally here also in Purgatory you find there are characters. Especially you will find there are two visible characters. Of course, visible in the sense we can see, everyone can see. The characters are the old men. The old man. That means the old man does not have any name. Sorry. So it is just you can say old man. So old man and the boy. So old man and the boy. And in another words, we can say the old man is father and the boy is a son. Okay, so you can say that father and son. So you can see a relationship between father and son. Of course, we can find other characters here also in the form of spirit, atma, souls, in the form of spirit. So you can say here old man's mother and father. So old man's mother and father. So you can say in sum total we can say there are four characters: the old man, the boy, old man's mother, and father. So these are the characters. So you can say very few characters. It's very easy to understand. There are very few characters. Only four characters in this drama. Okay, now when we talk about the basic idea of the play, so let me read out. Let me just go in this way. In the beginning of the play, when the play opens, we see there the old man and the boy are in front of an old house that has been destroyed. When the old man asks the boy to observe the house, he says that he knew the house when people still lived in it. That means here the old man tells his son by pointing towards the house, destroys house, look at the house. Then he says that, the old man says that he knew the house. He knew the house when that house was full of people. Full of people. But this boy means son, doesn't see anyone except the eggs of birds. So he believes that old man has lost his sense. Even he has used the expression out of wit. बौलाएछ क्या मेरो बाउ त बौलाएछ क्या. Then the old man talks about the souls of the dead people. Old man means here you can say father. Okay, he says that people who had done evil things repeat them time and again even after their death. The old man says that he was born in that ruined house. His mother means old man's mother. Old man's mother was a rich woman who owned the house, a lot of land and horses. His father means old man's father. Old man's father was a groom. Groom means tabela wala, one who looks after the horse. His father was a groom in the house. She fell in love with him and married him. Many great people were born and died in that house. The mother died. Mother means here old man's mother. Died 1 year later of her marriage, and she had given birth to the old man. So here what we can see so far is the old man. Old man is pointing towards the house, destroyed house, and telling his own son about his father and mother. That means here, don't be confused. I hope you are getting me. Here what you have to understand is the old man means the character that we know. Old man is telling the story. Is telling the story to his son. Son means the boy, about his father and mother. That means the old man is telling the story about his father and mother to the boy. That means boy's grandmother and boy's grandfather. Okay. She didn't know that her husband wasted all our property on liquor, women, cars, and horses. So you can say that old man's father was a very bad person. In simple word, he was a very bad man. He was a bad man, you can say. He was a bad man. That means he wasted all her property on liquor, women, cars, and horses. The old man's father also set fire in his own house after he got drunk. Therefore, the old man killed his own father and left the dead body in the burning house. At that time, he was only 16. So even the old man tells his son that when he was 16 years old, he killed his own father, because after having drunk, old man's father had burned the house. The old man says that the spirit of his mother is suffering in the purgatory with the remorse of destruction. That means the soul of his mother is in trouble, is in trouble. The old man hears the hoofbeats as his father has come from the pub on the horse, and the mother takes him in. So you can say here now we are slightly entering into the supernatural experience. Okay, supernatural experience of the play. Okay, supernatural experience of the play. What we see there now, the old man is telling, they remember one thing. Okay, you don't be confused, I hope you are not. The old man is telling the story of his father and mother to his son. That means the boys, the story is the boys, grandfather and grandmother. So here the old man says that he can hear the hoofbeats. Hoofbeats means the foot, the sound of the foot of a horse, feet, tuk 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 tuk. This is what if you say tuk 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 tuk. This is what is hoofbeats. Yes, the old man hears hoofbeats as his father has come from the pub. Pub means here patti, on the horse, and the mother takes him in. They go into the marriage chamber, and the old man asks his mother not let husband touch her. That means here, as the play proceeds, or as he narrates the story, the old man narrates the story of his father and mother. He could see, he could see the image in front of him in the ruined house. In the ruined house, he could see the image of his image means here spirit of his father and mother. What he sees there is the man means the father has come from the pub, and her mother, his mother takes him in. And the old man does not want this my father, that means old man's father, should touch my mother. This is what we find, and it is a wedding anniversary also, as we can see in the story also. Here the indication is this, it's a wedding anniversary. They go into the marriage chamber, and the old man asks his mother not let husband touch her. He doesn't want his mother to have a son, because the son would grow up and would be the murderer of his own father. This is what the concept of the old man. Okay, or you can say W.B. Yeats want to just share with us. Okay, murderer of his own father. That's what he says. Okay, at the same time, the boy asks his father to give him the right share of property, but the old man replies that his son would waste the money on alcohol as his grandfather had done. The boy tries to rob the money as he threatens to kill his father, because his father had killed the grandfather when he was young, and the boy has to kill him because he is young now. Now what happens as he narrates the story? The old man narrates the story of his father and mother. At that time, the boy means old man's son. Old man's son demands the share of the property, but the old man denies. Why? Because he would be like his own father. That means his grandfather. Yes, he would be like his own grandfather. And of course, in one sense, grandfather, he would spend his money on women and alcohol. On the other hand, like the old man had murdered his own father, he would be in that way. So here, this is what we find. Okay, yes. The old man looks at the window and sees the ghost of his father. As the boys look at the ghost of his grandfather, the old man kills the boy with the same knife he used to kill his father. Then he explains his reason in murdering the boy. He says that he killed his own son to put an end to the chain of consequence, the polluted blood that he would have given birth to, and the passed the pollution on. That means here, I hope you understood, but let me just simplify this. Meaning is that the justification. Okay, why does the old man kill his own son? Is very simple, because he does not want this his own son would be like his grandfather or like he himself. Because in one angle, if you see there, the boy's grandfather was a drunkard. He wasted the property of his grandmother, one, and burned his own house. Next, like the old man, because old man had killed his own father. Yes, and similarly, now the turn would go to the blood. The polluted blood would pass on to the son. Therefore, he just kills his own son. He believes if the boy had grown up, he would have struck a woman's fancy and give birth to a son, and any son of the boy would also be the murderer like himself. He cleans his knife and picks up the money. He hears the hoofbeats again. This indicates that his mother's soul is still suffering in purgatory, and that the two murders means murder of his father and the murder of his son, has been for nothing. He cries out to God, asking him to release his mother's soul from purgatory. This is what we find here. Here you can say that actually the basic idea is the old man's mother is suffering in you can say suffering in purgatory. He wants to release his mother from that trouble, from that sin, because his mother is suffering the sin of his husband, her husband, and old man means his son. So here, what is the belief of the old man is God should release her from this purgatory. Why? Because the troublemakers, I should say, one troublemaker is old man's father, and the second one is of course he himself, but he says that he himself has become old, he is completely harmless, but his son is quite potential can be a big threat when he would grow up. So this is what is he justifies, and when the story ends, when the drama ends, we see that still his mother's soul is in purgatory. That means he prays to God, let my mother be released, let the soul of my mother be released from this purgatory. So here we find, okay, when we see this, this is the simple one story, you can say, plot. Here actually we can say that W.B. Yeats, he believes in life after death. Life after this is what we find here. Why life after death? Because see, when we talk about souls, I said in the beginning of this audio presentation, because here he believes life after death, and here what happens, WB wants to say that that living beings have to suffer. Living beings have to suffer the consequence of the sin committed by the dead when alive, and the help given by the living being to the soul released from purgatory. This is what is the actual meaning here. After the soul is separated from its pain and passion, from the consequence of its actions during life, this is so. In order to achieve freedom, the soul must purify. Soul must purify. So this is what is, you can say, the sense, okay, in that sense, but we can understand other way also. But here the basic idea is, and William Butler Yeats, W.B. Yeats believe there is life after death. And why does a soul move? Why there is existence of soul? There is existence of soul due to the trouble in the previous life. You can see previous life means soul's life is one life, and when the soul's was in human form alive. So this is, we can say. And this is one. And next here, like I said, no, supernatural forces. Supernatural forces means like a supernatural being. So here you can say the idea of supernatural forces are also at work. So WB wants to share the idea with us that there are supernatural forces behind us. That means we are not only the existing. Okay, that means we don't only exist. We are not only not only the human beings. We exist on earth. With us, the other people also around. So that means they are souls. Souls are there. Okay, souls are there. So souls also exist. So this is what we find. And when we talk about the main theme, okay, what is the main theme? Main theme is it is concerned with the living beings who suffer the consequences of the sin committed by the dead people while alive. This is what is you find. Okay, this is what is you find. And the most often repeated question is, what is the old man's motive in murdering the boy? Why do you think old man means father kills his own son? Yes, the father kills his own son in order to put an end to the chain of consequence. What is the chain of consequence? Chain of consequence means, for example, old man's father burned his own house being drunk. Out of that, old man, when he was a boy 16 years old, he got angry and he killed his own father. Now you can see here in the story, the son almost killed this old man because he was asking the property, but this old man killed him. So you can see this is consequence: father, son, son. That means grandfather, father, son. So this is what we find. Just to end this scene. Okay, if he does not kill him, the son will repeat the tradition of his polluted father's evil, which began at 16, the boy's age, with the murder of the groom. Groom means tabelawala. That means father. Old means father. And went on to giving birth to a bastard son. And moreover, you can see here, he is a bastard. Here the boy in the story is a bastard. Bastard means illegal child. Okay, the murdering tradition might be inherited from generation to generation. He also believes that by killing his son, he helps his mothers to get released from purgatory. Hence, the old man's motive in murdering the boy is to break the endless cycle of violence. So this is what we find, the basic idea, basic information about purgatory. I hope I have been at my best to satisfy you. If not, do please comment below. Your comments are highly valuable, highly appreciated. And what do you want next? And do please subscribe my channel and pass it on to your friends for further improvement. Thank you.